At my scale, which is less than 1.5 acres and getting smaller, potatoes are not a great crop in the field. You know, they take a long time. And it's not just scale. It's really about that it's no-till, no tractor. They're just such a better crop for tractor farming, where you can have a potato harvester, a potato planter, because it's just too much labor. But one thing I do is early potatoes. And so I want to talk about sprouting them, because I do want them early. I want them to get going quickly. And the way to do that is to sprout them. So in the fall, I tray them when I get them, you know, buying seed potatoes, and I put them on a single layer in a vented crate. And then they're stored in the cauldron. We want to store them above freezing, but in the cold and the dark. And then come springtime, I start pulling them out tray by tray and bringing them into the light. And you could do this indoors. You can do it, you know, on a windowsill. It doesn't matter. It's just about warming it up and getting light on them. And they're immediately going to start to sprout. And it takes a little while. All right, this one has probably been sprouting for 2 weeks. And that's more than enough sprouting for it to plant. But the great thing is you can just hold it for weeks. It's going to be fine. Now, if you want, you can cut these and make sure you have, you know, one of these eyes, they're called, on every cut that you do, and really spread this stuff out. I'm lazy. The potato seed is cheap, and I'm not doing acres and acres of it, so I keep it as a full potato. It just makes life easier. And you can do it either way. It's not going to hurt anything if you cut it, but if you do cut it, you want to let it cure, which means you don't cut it and then plant it. You want to let the sides dry out a bit, your cut sides. And so while that's enough for planting, you can hold it for, you know, 4 more weeks. It's really not going to make a difference. So I keep a whole shelf of them in our prop house, ready to plant at any time, so that as soon as the bed is open, we just start planting our new potatoes. And because they're very, very early, we can get a little bit more money for them, and that makes up for the labor involved. But I don't do a lot of them. No, for a small farm, it's a lot, but it's not a lot compared to acres and acres and acres of potatoes. All right, so it's a very simple process. You know, there's nothing to be scared of. And the good thing is, when you do get this stuff in the fall and you put it in the cold room, it gives you a time to check it. And you don't want to put rotten potatoes in here, right? They're easy to see that they're rotten. So you want to take those rotten ones and throw them out, because a rotten potato doesn't get better. It's not going to suddenly become a good potato. And it takes a little, all you have to do is look at it, and it's going to be mushy, and it's going to smell. And that's how you're going to know that it's rotten. It's going to stink, and it's going to squeeze and have mush come out of it. You know, it's very easy. And when you do find it, get rid of it, because it's going to rot in the other ones. No biggie. All right.